everyone. Pam has to turn her seat around, but we are without Emmy tonight, which is
Hello.
very sad. But we will make up for it the best that we can with her chipper little attitude that she's always a bowl of sunshine. I can't speak today. Words are hard. Words are very hard.
I'm
but
really full.
oh,
Sorry, I just had dinner, and like I'm already thinking of the next 5 things I want to eat before I go to sleep. But I'm really full.
same girl. I feel, but today overall was not a bad day. Until Pam and I had a little venting sesh, and let me tell you guys,
Let me tell you, I feel like not for nothing. And yes, I'm aware that's not proper grammar, blah, blah, blah. That's like my little saying. Same as with like, oh my gatos. Yes, I know that means oh my cats, whatever. Jill and I are not the people. I mean, me not so much because my ugly side is very evident, especially when you're like you witness it. But I don't know, like you don't want to be on Jill's bad side because Jill's one of those people who doesn't exactly. You can't even call it a bad side because it's so infrequent. So the fact that you even bring out her bad side should say something.
Pam hit the nail right on the head. And it's quite hard to get to that point.
I just got the best text message ever. Oh my god.
Was that ice cream cake?
Kind of better. I just got texted, want to come see a puppy tomorrow.
What?
Bless.
What?
Bless.
Can the puppy be our roommate?
I would live for it. I'd be okay with it.
I would too. But like Pam said, like it's kind of hard to get me that annoyed to be on the bad side, if that's what you want to call it. But
so the fact that you have gotten her so annoyed is just
yes,
you did something wrong. Hello, Facebook Livers.
Yes.
I'm just tuning in because I'm behind, but oops. Welcome to the show.
And it's not like it's one thing that causes you to get there. It's multiple things in a row. And let me tell you guys, I'm very upset to the point where I just don't even want to speak. But because I love talking to you guys, the few listeners that we get every week, I am here, obviously, and I'm ready to go, and I'm very happy to speak to you. This is the highlight of my day, quite honestly. So yeah. I'm quite happy. And, yeah.
As for myself, I don't want to say my day's been uneventful, but it's been kind of like, I'm just getting over the lovely stomach flu.
Ew.
Let me tell you that when I say I was miserable all of yesterday, misery itself would have been like sorry for me. Jill's my witness. Poor Jill, Poor Jill, thanks so much, of the best, had to come to La Penta to get me rice and bananas because I was just like, I can't.
Yeah, she was so sick. I felt so
bad. I felt so bad too because I went to class and, I went to class and I sat there and like, I was in class for like less than 10 minutes because 5 minutes in, I like started to feel it. When I get like the flu and when I get sick, a lot of my thing is I'm very like, depending on what I have, it's the shivers. Like I get shivering, but like also like sweating, but cold. Like I'll feel cold, but I'll be hot, if that makes sense. So like I could already feel it and I was like, I'm not going to survive. And I went to the bathroom to like put water on my face and like calm down a little bit. And I was like trying to convince myself, it's all in my head. It's all in my head. And then I was like, you know what? It's not in my head. It's not in my head. And I had to go back and like we have group projects that we're doing in that class. And I just like tell my group, I was like, I'm sorry. Like I knew I was feeling kind of this morning, but I tried to tough it out and come for like the sake of our project, but I can't do it. And they were all good sports. I mean, if any of you guys know Pat Lynch and like
he's so
our partner
nice.
Caitlin, like they were such good sports about it. They were like, feel better. And I was like, I'm sorry, but I cannot do it. And like I got back to the room and sure enough, as soon as I got to the room, like complete death. I was like, this is like obliterated. Like Pam will not exist after today.
R.I.P. Pam.
It was so bad. Like it was so bad. And then I had to I texted Jill and I don't think Jill realized what was happening until she came in and saw me and like I was like, I'm dying. But yeah, I
I
feel
had
kind
a
of
feeling
better.
she had that Pam wasn't feeling well, that she had like, a little bit of a stomach ache because she asked for the rice and the bananas. So I was like, okay,
Here's a
Pam's obviously
tip for
not feeling well.
here's a tip for those of you who are on your own. If you ever get like the stomach flu or stomach issues, you must follow the BRAT diet. BRAT, BRAT. That's bananas,
Bananas.
banana. That's why I'm not a doctor. The BRAT diet. It's bananas, rice. I always forget the A. I always forget it's bananas, rice, something, and toast because it's good for you.
Apples.
No, it's not. Oh, applesauce.
There we go.
Not apples, but applesauce. Make sure.
There
So
we
the
go,
BRAT
there we go.
diet: bananas, rice, applesauce, toast. Those are foods that'll really help get you better. So
Got it. Now I know.
I think this just speaks to how many times I've been sick in my life from like stomach issues that I know the BRAT diet by heart. That I know that I have to follow the BRAT diet. Here's the thing. My eating habits are horrible. Like when I say they're horrible, that's like an understatement. It's like surprised Pam doesn't have stomach problems every day. Like horrible, horrible. My mom hates them.
Well, to brighten your day, this is how my after my 1 o'clock class went. I usually take the stairs in our building, so I get a little bit of an exercise workout in, because I'm also don't go to the gym like
I have
ever.
a story about that. Continue.
And we live on the third floor of our building. So for those of you who didn't know, and the maintenance workers must have been like vacuuming or something. So there was a cord and like a loud thing going on. I'm assuming the fifth floor because they weren't on the fourth floor, and the cord was plugged in to our hallway, but it was behind from the stairway. Yeah, there was there's outlets on the wall actually right by our door. Like if you're looking at our door, it's on the left. So and the door from the stairwell opens up right in front of the outlet. So I guess a lot of the time when they like need to plug something in for like maintenance stuff, they're like right near our floor. They plug it into our floor. So I opened the door and I saw the tiles on the floor. I thought, I was like, wait, this isn't my floor. So then I went to go with the door closed, but of course, like as I was like closing it, I realized that like when I opened the door, the cord came out from the wall.
Oh,
When I
no.
tell you, I shut the door and ran up the stairs on the
Bolted. I
fourth
would've
floor. I
straight
bolted.
I feel like I would have yelled up like sorry and then ran. My thing was about the exercise. So for those of you who don't know me very well / personally, or who just haven't talked to me in a while, or just, don't really know what I've been up to, which might be a lot of you if we're close friends and you don't know what I've been up to, don't be offended. I'm kind of a hermit. It's fine. Jill and Emmy and Brendan only know what I'm up to because 2 of them live with me, 1 of them dates me, and then my parents know because they're my parents. And if you have Spanish parents, then you should know that getting them out of your business isn't exactly a hard task. It's just one that does not ever get done because no, that's not how it works. So anyway, there's this company called Her Campus. They're like a little college webzine kind of thing. And every year they do a fashion show called College Fashion Week, and they get collegiate girls to model for them. And I was lucky enough to be one of the models this year. And it was a great experience. It was fun. I felt pretty, blah, 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 blah. But we also got goodie bags. And so the models got a separate goodie bag from the attendees of the event because we were models. It was like a little present of like, hey, thanks for like wearing our clothes, blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't get to keep the clothes. It was really upsetting. But one of the sponsors this year was actually Fitbit. So I got a free Fitbit, which, I mean, it's not a bad gift. If you guys have never looked into a Fitbit, like I got the new Fitbit Flex 2 something called, whatever. It's this one, for those of you who can see my Facebook. It's like, it retails like $100, whatever. So I had already wanted one. I was like, oh my God, maybe if I get a fitness tracker, I'll be one of those people like that's on top of it. I'm healthy. And, I never got around to it because they are expensive. And I didn't want to ask my parents for one. So I was like really excited like everyone. Anyway, so like you sync it up to an app on your phone and it like measures your steps and whatever. And you can track exercises. This was the story I was going to tell you that was so funny. So Brendan came to visit me this weekend. And on Sunday, again, for those of you who don't know me, I go to church on Sundays. I teach Sunday school. Yeah.
Pam is so good. She's a model
all that
citizen.
fun stuff. So, I had accidentally kind of ran on a time I had a timing issue this last Sunday, where this last Sunday was open house, and then I also had Sunday school and whatnot. And originally it wasn't supposed to be a problem, but then, service went over, and so then I had to run to like open house. This was the thing. So we get back from my church to Iona campus at 12:40, right? We're pulling into the parking garage at 12:40. My shift was supposed to start at 1 to 1:30. It's fine.
Where were you?
What?
Where were you?
Church.
No, for your shift.
Oh, open house in the Burke Lounge.
For PRSSA?
No, for Colleges Against Cancer.
Oh, I
But,
was on the steps.
Really? I didn't see you.
I was with WSCR. We were DJing.
I didn't. You guys were farther away from where I entered because I remember. But see, here's the point. So I was like, oh my God, Brendan, like I have to go back, I have to change, then I have to run back, like I'm gonna be late. So whatever. I managed to do it. It's fine. When I finally meet up with Brendan again, like a few hours later, I like checked my Fitbit app. This was the best part. Brendan and I had walked so fast from the parking garage to the new dorm to get me changed that it registered as an exercise. Not even as steps or active minutes, as a full exercise. And I just thought that was so funny because it put it into perspective for me. I was like, Brendan, this is how hard we were trying to get to the building. That, again, it wasn't steps. It wasn't like Fitbit measures active minutes, which is 10. Like, I think it's one active minute is like 10 minutes of moderate activity, or like 10 minutes of moderate activity is 10 active minutes. I don't know how it works. But, like, we were pumping so hard, it wasn't even an active minute. It was legit a full exercise. And I just thought it was so funny. Keep in mind, I was walking that whole thing in tall shoes. I'm just saying.
I'm very impressed.
Just saying.
Because that walk from the garage over to
it's too long.
That until the new dorm is a very far walk, especially if you're like Pam and I and have little legs.
And keep in mind, I'm walking with Brendan, who's like, for those of you who don't know who my boyfriend is, he's like 5'11".
Daddy long legs, basically.
So I'm 5'2". Like, put that into perspective. Like, I'm constantly like jogging to catch up to him. And it's funny too because like I'm pretty sure if he had been wearing a Fitbit, that walk would not have counted as an exercise, simply because like watching us rush is so funny because you have him walking a normal pace, but then I'm like jogging and hyperventilating to catch up to Brendan, who's just walking a normal pace, like just relaxed. Oh man, being short's so fun.
It's fun, but stuff like that just not fun. It's really rough. Like literally,
personally, I think the walk is too short. I think the parking garage should have been in the middle of campus. Not gonna lie.
It would make more sense for like if you are in Murphy and yeah. But whatever.
Or like, I don't know. Let people park in the other parking lots and have someone patrol that one too.
Yeah.
But
oh well.
I don't know. I just had like a war flashback of me running from the garage to the dorm. I'm not a fit person. I don't like working out.
Not even just a flashback, but a war flashback. I think that makes it 10 times better.
It was a war flashback. I was genuinely like,
what a battle. I'm so proud.
It was an uphill battle too. I mean, for those of you on Facebook who don't go to Iona, there's this one hill that you gotta get over to get to North Avenue. It was an uphill battle. I don't remember if we took the big hill or the little hill though.
I would say because one side is higher than the other one, or like seems like it's more of an incline than the other one.
Emmy and Brendan like to make fun of me because every time we walk back, I'm like, "Oh, do you guys want to go on this side? Because it's a smaller hill."
That's me, honestly, especially with like the wet leaves from the rain. I was walking the other day in my slides through the wet leaves, and I thought I was gonna fall, and I was like walking like I was like a dog wearing socks. I was like,
one of them fell in my coffee.
What?
One of the wet leaves fell in my coffee.
Ew, that's gross.
I was so hurt.
Did you still eat it?
Did
you still eat it? Did you still drink it?
No, but I felt personally victimized. I was like, this isn't real. This can't be happening. But it happened. I just had another war flashback.
Poor Pam. While Pam sits and gets upset over her war flashback. Well,
Music time.
yes, we're gonna have a little bit of a music break. Unfortunately, we don't have Emmy's playlist tonight, but it's fine. We have a good song coming next that I think I play this like every time I switch from the playlist to the iTunes that's already on for the station, and I'm just obsessed with the song. So don't judge me, but we'll talk to you in a few minutes.